guys, what's up? It is your girl L Boogie, aka Lauren. Actually, I probably should have said that the other way. So, Lauren, aka L Boogie. Although some folks know me as Boogie more than they know me as Lauren. But in any event, welcome back to the Intentional Legacy. And I am going to do a paycheck video. So, the month of December is pretty cool. We're at the end of the 2020. I'm gonna just give a big sigh, head nod, sip of wine, whatever works for you, because it has been a year, right? It's been a year. Um, but the good thing about it, this year, technically, I get paid 3 times in the month of December. So I am very thankful for that because, we know after the 25th, them coins look real low. So if you like me and like I know, it is always nice to start the new year with a fresh check, and no better way to kick off Jan 1 than with some coins. So we are going to get into it. I'm not going to make this video very long. I am using the last section of the Budget Mom's Paycheck to Paycheck book. This is the full size. Next year I'll switch to something else, but it's been good to me, I will say that. So if you are looking for a budget book, there are so many things out there. I've seen a lot of people use this one. I did a video and I have used this book in 3 different versions, 2 versions. I have the 3rd one for next year. No, actually 3 versions. So I've used it on my iPad, a full-size version, and I've printed out sheets on my A5 for my A5 planner. So I have used it in 3 different ways. And it's awesome. So I would definitely check it out. Elaine Michelle, or E. Michelle, she also has a book that I've used. All Dialed Up by Sanaa. She has a digital book. I think it's pretty dope. Everyone's trying to achieve the same goals, and if you can go ahead and find a tool that works for you, create a tool that works for you, that's what's up. And if you're like me, that we're not in the space of creating tools right now, I will definitely test your stuff out. So if anybody is doing something and you want to get an opinion, or whatever, I'm your girl. It's all good. It's all love. I feel like the one thing I do enjoy is that this community has been very supportive. So definitely, thumbs up to everybody. So we're going to start with giving. Giving is separate from tithing. So that is $40, and I just make it a point of having some form of giving in every paycheck. So medical expenses, $50. Daycare, so my kids are in school, but they are in hybrid, so they're not there all the time. So in the event that we need to have someone really watch the little one, the big one, she big, so she don't need nobody watch her. So that is for him. Apple storage, I'm not even close to having filling the storage, but so many people, I'm not an Apple girl. I got my first iPod. No, I'm acting up. iPad. I've had an iPod. See, you could tell I'm not an Apple girl, but I do appreciate the sleekness and ease of use of the product. So who knows? We'll see. Because baby girl got an iPhone last year for Christmas. Shorty, he has a MacBook. So we are being converted slowly but surely. Let's see. YouTube Music, which used to be Google Music. And again, your girl, I'd be mad late on stuff. I ain't gonna lie. They sent an email and they were like, you need to switch over today, otherwise it's gonna be an issue. I was like, wait a minute. Hold on now. We ain't fitting to mess with the music. So, I switched real quick. Life insurance. So I have quite a bit of life insurance, and we can talk about that in another video. If you do not have life insurance, or if you only have life insurance through your workplace, through your employer, I would always encourage you to get some and to have some. If you don't have life insurance, but you have a mortgage or you have children or any of those other obligations that you want to be taken care of, if you are not able to do so, then I encourage you to get you some term life insurance and protect yourself and your family. So that's my little finance plug for the day. But of course, I am not a licensed, let me put that in there because folks will be like, Lauren said, wait a minute. So no, I am not an licensed insurance agent. I do not sell. I do not make recommendations. I would just encourage you to do your own research, talk to your family and friends, even talk to your employer's HR if they provide any type of consultation service and see what makes sense for you. So let me just put that out there because y'all be coming for the coins before folks even got them. Ain't trying to do that. So I know I'm being silly, but yes, I do encourage people to have multiple ways of financial protection because I definitely do, and I'm teaching my children to do the same. So this is also a life insurance policy. It's just one I've had for a very long time, and the cost is so low I'm not going to get rid of it. Let's see, so that was my cell phone, $131. So here's another kind of finance hack. The bulk of that $131 is leasing a daggone phone. Now, I don't know about y'all. I am not old. I don't consider myself to be old, but I am seasoned enough to remember when cell phones didn't cost $1,000 and you ain't had to have a whole mortgage note for a cell phone. I'm just saying. So, and we get caught up because every year, new release, got to upgrade and, do all these things. And I am committed. This phone, so I say that to say that part of that bill is the remainder of a lease on my cell phone, which only has, I think, like 2 or 3 payments left. When that is done, we are not doing this no more. Now, I don't change cell phones every year, so I definitely keep them until I can't keep them anymore, which is normally about, let's say, 3 years. But I will no longer be leasing no phones. We'll just save up. We loving all these envelopes. We just gonna get a phone envelope because I'm so annoyed every time I see a $130 cell phone bill. It just don't make no sense. And I can't yell at nobody because I'd be yelling at myself, right? So, and again, like my grandparents say, you know better, you do better. So baby girl, when she got her phone is free and clear. There will be no lease, no monthly payments. She good to go. And so that's the best way to do it. Emergency fund. So I actually have this come directly out of my check. And the same thing with my Roth IRA contribution. This is one of the contributions, but I like to set up my investment savings to be automatic because if I have to think about it or negotiate it, it won't be consistent, right? And so the best part about investing is being consistent because you want to take advantage of the growth over time, and consistent growth over time. So again, another little finance tip. Look at your girl dropping nuggets because the end of the year got you. I don't know about you, but for me, I start really paying attention to my coins and getting real close with them. You be like, wait a minute, I know we knew each other, but I think we're gonna have to date a little bit more because I don't know about y'all, but the beginning of the year and the end of the year, sometimes a mid-year check-in, but definitely the beginning of the year and the end of the year has me looking at stuff and I'm like, all right, what worked, what didn't, what do I definitely need to tweak going forward? So when you see my budget for January, which will be my last paycheck in December technically, I have definitely tweaked some things because that's what this is all about. It's a process, you're learning from it, and it's always a good thing to make adjustments. We don't make adjustments, we can't make progress, right? So my Amex and my Capital One cards. So the Amex is $500, but that's me again accelerating that payment and just trying to get rid of stuff, So I'm not necessarily in a space that I want to be debt free, and excuse me if you hear the noise from outside. I do want to be debt free, but it is not necessarily a top priority at this point because I have, household stuff and children stuff that basically I want to attend to. So it's not necessarily that, but unnecessary consumer debt, I am a fan of getting rid of that because it's not doing anything but costing you more money. So that I will take care of. But like I told y'all in my last video, I will never not invest. So that is always part of my budget. It's just not gonna happen. Funny enough, I was talking to my grandmother. Was it yesterday? Probably yesterday. I was talking to my grandmother yesterday, and I was telling her about this. And I learned a lot of my investment practices, quite honestly, from my grandma. And she was like, yeah, Lauren, I'm still saving for a rainy day. And I started cracking up because I was like, yeah, Granny, you better save for the rainy day. And she was like, who am I fooling? It's been raining for a minute. I was like, I ain't want to say nothing because I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But you are pretty seasoned in the game, Granny. I ain't going to call you old, but I'm going to call you seasoned. And so she was like, yeah, but I'm still saving. And I said, I hear that. We never going to stop. So, when we talk about intentional legacy, that is definitely part of the legacy because my grandmother taught me, she showed me how to spin a coin for sure. Not that you got to learn that, but she definitely taught me how to save a coin and continue to save a coin. And she's been retired for a good amount of time. And even with everything she got going on, she will still make sure she saves a coin. So there you go. So basically my bills add up to $1,171.36. My envelopes, as you guys have seen, are the same. So nails, $60, hair, $20, gas, I put in 40, although I've been pretty good. Personal and shopping, get 10 each because trying to stick to a very modest budget when you got other financial goals, which I do have. I'm not even trying to give myself permission to do a whole lot of shopping. Now that being said, that don't mean that your girl has not tipped in and got a couple things. But I'm definitely way more conscious. So my envelopes pretty much stay the same, and they add up to $230. So if you're wondering, this time I didn't separate my side gig stuff out. And again, like I said, I'm just trying to tweak, so bear with me on this. So my cash envelopes are pretty much the same in that we do travel, so I always do $20 car insurance. I do $20 car maintenance, $30, which we're building back up. And it's funny because I was talking about that in my last cash stuffing video, and now I got to put my other car in shop. The car that I'm giving to my daughter needs to be taken for an oil change and just some routine stuff. So that is definitely that envelope might be empty for a little bit, but you know what, be blessed that we have it rather than not. You know what I'm saying? I'm not complaining one bit. And as I write these last few things in, so yeah, my envelopes are pretty much the same. So wedding, $30, birthdays we're going to keep at 10, taxes at 10, dues at 10, my daughter at 20, my little man and hubby will get 10 combined, which I always think is kind of funny. And Christmas at 100. So total was $260. And let me bring my subtotal up here. So that comes out to $659.95. You see, your girl already did some of this math ahead of time because we was up there with this calculator like, wait a minute, these numbers is not adding up. So to spare myself any embarrassment and to spare you having to watch me double and triple check things, I decided to get this, just work through my numbers ahead of time. It helps us all. So I have decided to make an extra credit card payment. I did charge a couple things on my PayPal card, and this is overestimating, but I'm just gonna pay the whole thing off. I really don't feel the need to have, small little balances like that. If you have the money to pay it, I feel like let's just get rid of it. So that leaves us with $495. And then my large savings, which would normally be like my side gig savings, I am going to put in $350. And in total, that leaves me with $109.95. And so I know for zero-based budgeting, you're supposed to take it down to zero. Obviously, I tried that for a couple of paychecks, and it really kind of made me nervous. So what I decided to do was I keep my balance down to about $100, because $100 is one unexpected Uber Eats, or one unexpected meal, or one or two trips to the gas station just in case we has anything happen. So I feel like $100 will cover an unexpected expense should it occur in the course of 2 weeks, without breaking your budget, without making me pull out a credit card, and without making me touch an envelope. And that makes me feel a little bit more comfortable. Yeah, I feel like it should definitely be about $100, and I'm okay with that. And then ultimately, I want to get to the point where I have a month's worth of bills in my checking account at all times. But knowing who I am and knowing how I am with money right now, that cannot happen without me being like, oh, let me dip in a little bit of this. I'm good for looking at money and feeling like, wow, this is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be spent, even when I'm paying a bill or giving extra money to debt. So it's not always irresponsible spending. I will definitely always overpay my bills, my car note, anything. I never really do minimums. I always put something extra on it. But if you haven't budgeted right, even with good intentions, you can mess yourself up, which I have done in the past. So this way, we're starting out with about $100. If I can keep that 100 in, I will increase it to $500, and then ultimately get to a large enough cushion where all these bills are paid, envelopes are stuffed, even miscellaneous spending money is taken care of, and then I can trust myself to leave my other money in the same bank account. Not moving it to a different one, because I do have others, but in the same bank account, and know that it'll be there for the purpose that I intended it to be. So I don't know about y'all, but I am just very honest with myself. I know who I am. After these years, I ain't gonna say how many years on earth, but after these years on this earth, I know who I am, and I'm really starting to fully understand my relationship with money and what drives me to spend, even when it's saving, investing, or paying off debt. So even those habits in excess or without plan can be not harmful, but not as beneficial as they should be. So y'all got a couple of little finance nuggets from me today. Again, I am not an advisor or licensed professional, although I do have a couple of degrees in finance and business. And the things that I have represented and talked about today are purely the things based on my personal experience. I'm not giving anybody any advice, but I don't know. Think about the stuff that your family has taught you. Is there any, are there any financial practices that you currently have that you can say, oh yeah, my mom taught me that, or my big sister, or, my dad taught me that, and how they're working for you? As I'm doing this, that story about my granny just came to my mind, and I was like, you know what? It is Granny that really got me investing. And that's pretty dope. I can't say nothing but that. That is pretty dope. So my children will not only see their mother and father doing it, but they will know that they are second, third, fourth generation, investors. If we really start to look in the family and see what's going on. So what kind of legacies are we leaving? What kind of legacies are we learning? So I hope this was helpful to y'all, and I will see you in the next video. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell and all that good stuff that folks always say. And let's continue to manage our money so our money does not manage us. Peace out.